of space exploration. Welcome to the Space Disclosure Now channel. My name is Hannes, and today I'm presenting you the third part of my tour around the Victoria crater. The first two parts are essential of understanding the third part, so if you have not seen them, go back and check them out, because you have to see to understand what I'm showing you now. Okay, to the situation, we're looking today at Victoria crater. I'm showing you in a moment. So this is it. Let's go closer. That's the Victoria crater, and the area we're concentrating today is here, around here. It's called Duck Bay. This is Cape Verde, and I'm showing you today at least two pictures. One taken from the red position here. It shows all the way, all the panorama around here, and one on the blue location, and it shows exactly the same panorama with a little bit difference, but you will see that in the difference you will see what NASA is hiding in these pictures. What you get exactly is this. If you go a little bit closer, you see it's completely pixelated and blurred out. So I did a blur sharpen routine, and then it comes like this. And now you see that there is a lot of stuff all around this ledge, around the crater rim, and also here fallen down into the Duck Bay. We have a lot of stuff. We have here, I think, the ancient, it's a ritual landscape of an ancient civilization living here on Mars. I don't know when, like 10,000, 100,000 years ago. Eventually they died out, maybe a big catastrophe, I don't know. And remaining are like the burial grounds or ancestor grounds, a ritual landscape around this Victoria crater. So let's take you a short ride around the crater, and I point to you out some stuff that's really extraordinary. For example, this looks like this is from completely from above. So you see, I think you see the roof of something here. You have these towers here. See these towers? It's very vertical. It's not made by nature. I'm sure it's made by intelligence. So let's take another look here. See all these carvings in the rock. Maybe here's some chains lying down. Here also maybe. You see here some straight lines and 90-degree angles. Here also you have like some delicate remains of buildings, I think. Here this crater, maybe this was an impact, but it shows the chain that goes around the crater here. Also here some linear structures lying on the ground like snakes. Here is also coming from the cup there's a straight line forward with a ball or a sphere on the end. You always find these spheres. Here more chains. Here is the chain around the crater. And here we have some, you see this here? It's like a snake, maybe it's a with a dragon head, maybe it's a sculpture. You find it here also, with some things sticking out of it, I don't know what. That looks like the remnants of houses or buildings, just broken down and lying there under the sand. Here also very intricate, some lines. So here like delicate shapes, like 1, 2, 3, 4 going down. It's like a triangle shaped things sticking out, and all the spheres everywhere. Okay, a lot of these are stones, I know, but you see, there are some patterns which are repeated, like these lines coming, going under this, going over here, here again, like structures broken down. Here on top. And on this platform, on the ridge line, there are always these round things with a hole in the middle and straight rays coming out of it. Also here. See, also here. Like here is a tower. Always on these platforms there are things sticking out, lying on these platforms. I will show you in a moment what I think this stuff is. If you seen my two previous parts, I showed you that beneath the layers of sand and NASA manipulation there are like huge chains coming from the desert, grabbing a chain that's going around the crater rim and several other chains that going parallel to this one, with fixations on the ends where the horizon meets the vertical line, and there are chain links, like middle members of the chain, which are huge and round with a hole in the middle and with chains attached on all sides. What we see in the next pictures are also temple structures or burial structures around here, and you see also the chains which go from temple to temple, from grave to grave, from statue to statue, interlinking all parts of this puzzle. The huge chains go into fixations, and the fixations go into clamps which are laid out on the very edge of this rock. I can show you in a minute a detail of it. Going down zigzag across the cliff in chains, some small chains, some bigger chains, and collecting on the bottom all the strands together as one. So what I mean, for example, with these clamps, I show you. It's here. See, that is the cliff side, that is the ridge line, and this huge rock was broken loose from here going down a little bit, and it snapped the chain. You see, there's a huge chain coming from behind here with holes for a, I don't know, for a steel rod maybe that's holding the last chain link. Going here, here's a chain link, it's behind the rock, you see. Going in some delicate metal work, going over the cliff, and it's laid out in a pattern, very strange pattern. It's alien, of course, you know. Here, coming to this plate is fixated in the rock, and the huge chain is hanging down at the end of it. That's the clamps, I mean. Okay, let's go back. So, let's go to the pictures. I'm showing you now a picture that's from this red point. It shows the whole panorama. No, it's it's this one. See? You see over here. You have the fixations on the crater rim, like this one. You can see very clearly. See, it also makes a shadow. And it's a huge piece coming out of the rock with a chain attached to it on this side. I believe that the huge chain, which was interlinked with this member, was falling down, ripping all other stuff to the crater center, and now it's hanging here, you see. Here's a fixation. Here are big parts, big members of this chain, some delicate work, and the huge chain is hanging down here. All the chain that were lying here are now here located. Like here is a member, here's an open member, here is a middle pieces, round middle pieces. You find all stuff here. Round middle piece, round middle piece, round middle piece. Here's a chain, a huge part of the chain. You see here a fixation that's not completely ripped out. See, it's just lying here. Here are fixations, here, there, the green stuff. And from these fixations, smaller chains going down, interlinking with each other with these middle members. See here. And it's all around the crater. Here is a fixation. Here you see something which is really interesting. First you see the car here. I don't think it's a car. I think it's also a part of this chain, like a decorative end of the chain or something like this. There's a car and something standing in front of it. Okay, but this is very interesting. This here. So I show you now in another perspective. From this perspective, this is this part here. See this part? And the photo you seen before was taken from approximately around here. Yes. You see this crater with the rocks. And over here you see some chain which is not in this picture actually. Yeah. And then you see this. And I think this is this. And this is a chain link. You see it from the side, chains going out of it, like here and here. And this is the crater I talked before. This is the ridgeline going to the desert. Let's go back one more. Here, this is the ridgeline going to the desert. This is the area, it's rectangular with this structure on it. Picture is taken approximately from here. Here you see the crater. Back one more time. See? This is the crater. This is the rim going to the desert. And this is the place, this rectangular place, you see? Here, over this edge, you just see this sticking out. This strange, I don't know what it is, like a sculpture. And you see all around the crater rim were like rectangular structures. I'm sure there were temples or like ritual sites, all with sculptures on it and linked with chains to the bottom of the crater here. This is huge. This is a 790-meter crater, and it's, I think all the crater is with these chains. Also here you see a standing part of a wall with donations for the dead here, with a sarcophagus or something like this, and with a little statue of a man sitting on the cliff. I think this must resemble the dead, maybe. Also here you see, here is a sculpture. Here are the chains. See? There's also a lot of manipulation in these pictures, you know. What we see, I can show you also from the same spot from another location photographed. It's like from this one, and you see here's the broken chain links, the huge chain going down, and here you have nothing. You have no sculpture, you have no fixation, at least you cannot see it really. See? Here's the temple wall. Here are the donations. Here's the guy sitting on the cliff from another perspective. Here's the sarcophagus. But you don't have, you know, it's like blocked out, it's smeared out. I don't know. See, you also see in this perspective, you can also see the fixations. It's like these structures here. Like you see just standing the walls. You can see through the sand. Here. Here. Here's the rectangular spot. I think this must be a special meaning. So when we go to the other side, you also see, coming from this, like the huge chain maybe was falling down from the cliffside, lying here now, going over here, all the way coming to us here, going here all the way. Of course, NASA did a really good job um, smearing it out. I don't know what they do. They have artists there, you know. But from sometimes you see like structures like this shining through the sand. I think that's also fixation that fell down. And here also you can see some platforms and stuff here, you see? See, but it's not going up. It's like only fixations. But what you know what I think? All this stuff here, the whole crater rim, it's completely fake. This everything this is fake. It's just something to cover up what is on this crater rim. It's empty. Everything is empty, but if you search a little bit for it, you find gold, you know, like this. Let's check it out a little bit. Wait. It's too big. Some smaller, like this. Okay. See, all around the crater there's stuff popping out suddenly. Like here, maybe some chain. What is going down here under the surface? I'm not sure. But the good thing is we have, see this rectangular spot here? See this? The good on these things is we have other pictures. I show you exactly this thing, just another photo, and you will see they're completely different stuff in this photo. I'm not sure, is it this? You can see here the rectangle, this structure. I'm trying to give you the big picture. I'm trying not to be too much in the detail. Like here, for example, this structure on the rock we saw before also, there was something sticking out. Here is nothing sticking out, so it's completely differently manipulated. It's weird. It's the same picture. It's just. And we have also, see, there's a member, this middle part member here. Maybe here also. All kind of stuff sticking out. See? So I think it wasn't. Oh yes. This is we saw before, but from a completely different direction, color and sorry. You see, here is the wall. This is the donations, the sarcophagus, and this is the guy sitting on the cliff, completely visible. And here is, see, there's the fixation for the chain. In this photo you can see it. There's also different stuff here in the background, which is rectangular or linear, very straight, and this is the chain going down, coming from this ridge and breaking loose all the stuff here. Something is still sticking out here. And here you can see some cliffs where also you can see it better in another photo, but that there are also a lot of statues and chains and chain links lying there. See? Also the other side of this cliff. There is, see these lines here? These are chains hanging down. Also, I believe this is also, it's completely faked. This front cover here. Just not showing what is on this cliff. What's standing right in front of us, you know. I have a lot of these cape pictures, a lot of different capes. Here, for example, you have the same as before, the same perspective as the picture before. It's a huge one. Um, because they want to be the first one who are deciphering this ancient civilization. I think they want to be ahead of the part of the world, the rest of the world, just to come out in the right moment and uh, say, yeah, there is an old civilization, we found it, but maybe they will never do because a lot of religious stuff and a lot of stuff is connected with the truth, you know. Like here, it looks like a skeleton of some animal. Huh, huh. Like here is hanging down. I'm on the fly now, you know. I'm doing this on the fly now, like chains hanging down. See, everywhere, platforms. Ah, and here is this from another perspective. Here you see quite good what's here on the crater rim. There's like structures, like symbols carved in the stone or made from metal, chain links all around here, broken down, falling here. See, maybe this is uh, the part of the war here coming down, like on still on the chain, like swinging over here, and now hanging on the rest of the chain. Here is this platform we saw before, but this time there's nothing sticking. There is something sticking out here. Before there was nothing sticking out. It's very manipulated. What I think we find on the cliffs are things like this. Like burial sites, we find like sarcophagus and mummification, stuff like this. And on the cliff side, this is Cape St. Mary, which I show you now, and you will see all the chains hanging down from it. On some, in some parts of this picture, you just can see the tracks where the chains were laid, so they buried themselves in the stone, and you find the tracks of them in the picture. In some locations, the chains are still hanging. Look, that's the pattern they're laid out. They're coming from the top, coming from the top. They're ripped apart in a lot of. But for example, here you can see pretty good when I talk about chains, what I mean. This going up. Of course, it's all smudged out. You see, here. I believe also a lot of these black markings on the rock, they're just fake, just to cover up the chains. Here we have some fixations. I just do it a little lighter. So like this. You see, there's a fixation. Here's a fixation. There's a cable or a chain. There's some caves in the rock. They're like closed with chains. Here you have this kind of security closing. Yeah. Here you have some, that's interesting. You have some figurines or some fixations. See, it's with a ball on the head and maybe some in the back sticking out, some wings, fixations. So let's check if I showed you everything I prepared. I'm pretty on the end now. Oh, wait, here. But I can tell you that also in Endeavor Creator, which is here, there are also that's my next project. There's also very different stuff laying down there. Oh yes, and this is a good picture. Very good, I don't forget. You see, what came from NASA is this, but if you look a little bit with a sharpening tool, you can find this chain construction coming from here. Here's the middle piece coming from here, going down here, to the edge of the cliff, then going the cliff down. You can see hanging down here. You can see pieces sticking out here. You see the chain here, you see it here. Here's some fixation of the chain, completely smudged out by NASA. Here are also fixations and chains coming from this side here and here. And also lying down here, fixations, chains, and pieces of the chain. Here's a middle part, you see here, middle part of the chain with chain links going outward. Yeah, that's what good that I showed you this picture. I did not forget it. What else? Also here on this piece, excuse me, you can find chains here. You can find very delicate structures here, rectangular structures, and here is also a chain. Maybe I open it. I open it up. See what I mean? Here's the chain. It's hanging here. There's coming down here, and maybe this also fixations and chains here, going up. Chains, more fixations everywhere in this picture. Very interesting picture. Maybe this was broken down, ripped out. I showed you this. No, this is very interesting also. This is a huge photo also. It's from Cape St. Vincent. And I looked at this picture from a lot of different angles, and I think I got at least 5 different pictures from this. And you see the dinosaur skeleton. You see the pole sticking out from the other side of the cliff. You see other stuff sticking out. I colorized it a little bit. I think this is a statue head, but manipulated. I think this is also this is a face with one side normal, the other side is elongated because of the, I don't know how the thing is lying there, but you see that one eye, you see one eye, you see the other eye, you see the nose, you see the mouth, you see even some teeth, you see the body, the legs. It's maybe a spider or something. I don't know. See here the snake head with something in his mouth. You see all kind of fixations. You see the chain. You see fixations here. Maybe this was a part of a wall that was standing here with this statue. Here is fixation of the chain and the fixation and the here chain coming down. Here is like an like I don't know, like an animal here, animal head and the body, and it's also with chains coming out of it, or at least fixations. You have stuff like here. So I think this is burial grounds. This is ancestor ground. You have also the pharaoh statue. There are statues all over the place. Like here the beetle, and here's another face. See this face? There's a fixation for the chain all over the place. Yeah, too much pictures. Ah, yeah. This is very interesting too. This is once more, it's a Cape Verde view, and you see here what is going out here is coming a sculpture maybe going over here, like with a round piece and some chain and something coming out in the front. There's another piece of the chain hanging down. I don't know. So, but with this picture I leave you now. It's a very beautiful picture, and this is the end of the third part. Maybe sometimes I will do something additionally on the Victoria crater, maybe on Endeavour crater. I think it's very interesting, but here is the glimpse of civilization which you never seen because it's on another planet. And you can just imagine what this stuff is, what's lying there. You will not really know it because it's not from this earth. Okay? So have a nice day, and as always, the description is below. You can find all the pictures there and check it out for yourself. I'm sure if you're going into this stuff for 5 minutes, you will find all kind of chains and fixations and paintings and carvings and middle pieces, just like me. I'm not very special guy. I have a lot of experience in pictures, but what I do with Photoshop, everybody can do. So have a nice day and see you soon. Bye bye.